Jessica. I'm a veterinary physiotherapist with Equine Librium. This is Whisky. She's going to be my model today. And Blue Steel Equestrian kindly gifted me with their PressPlus Massage gun. And so I've been trying it out and seeing how it works over the last couple of weeks. And I want to let you know what I found, how I find it working, and how I've been using it. So this is really nice and easy to use. There's no cables that come with it, so it's great and portable, not too big. So it's handy for traveling and taking wherever you go. It's easy to switch on. There's a button at the bottom, and then you can turn it on there. It's relatively quiet, so you can see Whisky doesn't really mind the noise. And then you can increase the intensity of it and bring it down, all with a touch screen at the back of the machine. I've enjoyed having this in my toolbox just to give my hands a break every now and again. But for owners, I see it being handy with warming up muscles, particularly your endurance riders, if you're starting really early in the morning or if the weather's cold, being able to facilitate your muscles before activity. And then also if you've got a show over multiple days, helping with lactic acid buildup between your classes. So in the evenings after a busy day at a show, using it for muscle recovery. So this machine is made for human use, but we have adapted it, like a lot of our modalities, to use on animals. So a lot of these heads are made with humans in mind. Whisky just wants me to use it now. So I don't use all of the heads, but there are 3 that I use quite often and would suggest you use too. I use the round head, which is currently on the machine, and then I use a flat one, which is a little bit harder plastic, and then this rounded rubber head. And I generally stay away from the smaller, pointier heads. Okay, so a horse that's never had it on before, I would let them get used to just the noise without it touching them. Whisky's quite an inquisitive horse, so she wants to have a look. And then you can just let the machine itself without the head touch them, just so that they can get used to the vibration. And then gradually put the head on their skin. This is also if they are really tight or they are sore. This is a slightly less invasive way of using the head on the side. And it also allows them just to adjust to the feeling. So Whisky has had this on her before, so she has an idea of what I'm going to do. And then this is obviously how the machine works. So I want to hold it against the skin and let the machine do the work. If I hold it too far away, then you're going to end up with the head hitting the sort of like that. And it's kind of more of an irritation for them. So you want to add a little bit of pressure and then let the head of the machine do the work for you on the muscle. So this works really well on big groups of muscles. I would avoid working over bony areas, and you'll see your horse reacts to it. It's not a very pleasant sensation. But the triceps, it works really well, and your glutes and your hamstring muscle group. So the massage gun falls under percussive therapy, and it's essentially mechanical stimulus to the soft tissue. And so there is a line in terms of whether it's beneficial or whether you are damaging the tissue. And you want to look at your horse's reaction. It's a good indication as to whether you're doing good or bad. So a more subtle way of your horse telling you that it's uncomfortable is if they try and move away from you. If you're working up along the top of the glutes, your horse might sort of sink down through their back and hindquarters. They might also go as far as to try and kick or bite you. And those are obviously all indications that it's uncomfortable. You can see Whisky's pretty calm. She's actually chewing at the moment, which you can't see on camera. Okay, so this machine doesn't replace your veterinary physiotherapist, but we can't always be with you when you need some assistance. And so this is a nice tool to have in your toolbox that travels with you. I wouldn't use it for more than about 2 or 3 minutes on an area, and I would watch your horse's reaction carefully and listen to them in terms of their comfort levels and body language and what they're telling you. Either if your horse is uncomfortable and you think that it's coming from a specific area, either work around that area or adapt the machine so that you are working with it on the side and so treating less invasively. So if you want to use this, I suggest you do use it in consultation with your veterinary physiotherapist. I think we're generally pretty nice and helpful people, and we can just advise you on where best it would be used on your particular horse and how best they would benefit from it. So this is comes with a charger, and the battery life is relatively good. I very seldom run out of battery life with it and use it frequently.